Vénganse, vénganse, vénganse. Vamos a jugar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a cantar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a llorar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a fumar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a jugar hoy, hoy, hoy.
Are we in?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, you guys.
Hold on.
Like, I almost want to pause for a second to make sure that we're on before I say welcome.
Yeah, give it a minute.
Yeah,
Because
we're
I
gonna-
want to make sure we're...
We're gonna give us a minute. Let me make sure that I can see us on the Twitch.
Yep. We just... Look at
Are
our
we
faces.
on? This is what happens when you try to do things by yourself. Here
We did it.
are.
High five.
We're here.
Yay.
Okay. Welcome, everyone, to our last episode of the season.
Of the season.
On
That's the
this
key- that's the key point.
frequency.
That's the key
yes,
point.
yes, that is the key. We are just taking a summer break. That is all.
Everybody needs
We're
a
gonna
break.
be back. Yeah, and I'm sure you guys want to take a break so that you guys, well, for our sake, so that you guys can miss us a little bit, right?
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Is that the term?
Oh, what?
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Don't tell me you never heard that.
I have never heard that.
Absence
but it makes
makes-
sense.
Yeah. it
Like
does
that
make
way you
sense.
can come back and we have something to talk about and bond about and like we can hug each other and miss each other and
Yeah,
the
hugging
whole
is
bit,
important.
right?
Yep, whole bit.
Who's on the chat? Vinny? Vinny? Hey.
Oh,
happy
reliable
Friday.
Vinny. Oh, reliable Vinny. We love Vinny.
We do love Vinny. Thank you
Yes.
so much for being with us tonight, Vinny, and every night for the last, I don't know how many episodes.
I don't know, but it flew by.
It did. I can't believe this is, what is this, episode 22, 21? I don't even
No
know.
clue.
I don't know. It's Friday and my gears are slowly, what's the word?
Turning?
They're slowly turning. They almost need like, what is that oil to make it?
WD-40?
Yeah. It needs some of that to like get it going again. So that's why this break is absolutely needed.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. When I was getting ready to come here, I'm so sleep deprived, exhausted, and stressed out.
None of that is good.
Which is again why this break is. I'm really looking forward to this. So I'm getting ready, and I'm so tired that I'm gonna go brush my teeth. So I take my toothbrush out, and I put hand soap on my fucking toothpaste instead of toothpaste. And I
Natalie,
did
that's
it, and
not
I was
good.
like, oh my god, what am I doing?
Wait, did
I'm
it get
so
to your
tired.
mouth?
No, but I did the whole thing, and then I looked at it, and I was like,
Damn.
this isn't it.
I'm sorry.
So I had to laugh a little bit and then almost cry at the same time because I'm like, I just want a nap.
And I'm learning that sleep is the most important
Yes.
thing ever.
Yes.
I've been having some conversations with Jody's son, Will, about our digestive system and how even after like when we go to sleep, our
Yeah.
body's still working. Our body's
Yeah.
still hustling, trying to digest that food. He's like,
Yeah.
even though you think you're getting sleep, you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, you're asleep, but your body's not really
body's
resting.
working, right?
Yeah, your body's working. I forgot to do something. Keep talking.
Okay. Well, now you put me in the moment. Now I don't know what to say. But to add, to my own sleep deprivation, I have been completely exhausted this whole week, and I think it's just a bunch of things. We are coming to a deadline at work, so I have a lot of
Which
pressure.
one? Because don't you have 2 jobs?
I feel like I have 10.
You do.
But my main source of income job, we have a deadline.
Okay.
And so I'm just trying to wrap things up. And so I think that's like been going through my head while I'm sleeping, right?
That's
so
terrible.
It's awful. So now I'm sleep deprived. The baby's going through growing pains, right? So that means that he's waking up through the night multiple times during the night. Okay. And then I'm stressed. I'm not eating well either because now I'm like and this is so stupid of me to say it out loud. I feel horrible because I tend to just put my health and well-being at the front of everything else, right? And I preach like mental health and
But you're a hypocrite.
and well-being.
You don't do it.
Right. And so now here I am not sleeping well, not eating well, etc., etc. And so my body is actually coming to kick my ass because
Yeah, it's telling you.
so listen to how it's telling me, right?
Besides the soap on the toothbrush.
It gets worse. So I breastfeed, right?
Okay.
And so all of a sudden I start feeling like this lump on my boob.
Oh, this is.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting mastitis. And I'm freaking out. And for those of you that don't know and don't breastfeed and whatever, and maybe you will one day or have somebody that you know.
When you breastfeed, Vinny, take note.
Yes. So mastitis is basically a clogged duct.
Okay.
Clogged
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Yes.
Yeah, and it gets.
Yeah, it gets backed up.
Okay.
So, and that is due to various things. One of them being dehydration, not eating well, not proper vitamins, not properly sleeping. So all of these things are just kind of building up.
They're all components.
They're manifesting in my boobs. And I got so scared the moment I felt it, and not because I thought anything, but because I hear that mastitis is really
Painful.
really painful,
Right.
and that people have to go to the emergency room to get it treated. So as soon as I felt it, I was like, no, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get out of this? I was already trying to prepare to go to the emergency
When
room.
were you feeling yourself up?
This was on Wednesday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So
this is Wednesday.
is it safe to say that you don't have it?
It's safe to say that it's still there, but it has gone down. So it didn't get worse, but, and I think I told you yesterday that I had meant to, so now that we're doing this in real time, I haven't uploaded Severe's episode, right? And that's also because of the shit that I have going on in my life.
Because of the clogged
right?
boob.
But
Nice one,
because of
Brayden.
the clogged boob, I had said earlier in the week, I had said, okay, I'm gonna schedule the thing, blah 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 blah, and that way I'll post the episode and it'll be there. Well, I started not feeling well. So the mastitis, what is it?
The clogged
symptoms.
boob?
Yeah,
Okay.
the symptoms of that is that you get kind of like a cold and a fever, and you
Oh.
start getting body aches and
Okay.
things like that. So I initially thought that I was getting a cold,
It was just your clogged boob.
and it was the clogged boob. I don't. Where was I going?
Christ.
There was a point to this. There was something else that I was trying to say
About how
this,
your
but
body is yelling at you to
it's
calm the
telling
hell
me-
down.
It's telling me that I need to slow down, and so I'm slowing down. And
How are you being an active participant in slowing down?
I'm not.
You're not. And I would like to tie this back into the rant that I had with
Yeah.
you. Was it this week or was it last
That was
week?
last week. That was last week.
I have no concept of time, but that's okay because
yeah.
every day is every day.
Yeah.
You had sent me a podcast with I don't remember the name of the podcast. Something about magic, magia,
La magia del caos.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos.
chaos. Yes, and I was listening to it, and they were just talking about all of these like self-healing things and
Yeah.
our trauma and all of this stuff, and you know, a lot of it resonated with me.
Yeah.
And then I just got so mad.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I got so mad because I'm like,
Yeah. You went on a trip
like-
with that one.
I did, and I guess my irritation was we're so obsessed with healing.
Yeah.
We're so obsessed with our inner child.
Yeah.
Or, oh, we gotta do this. Like it's constant, and there's so much pressure on social media, right? Mind
Yeah.
you, and it's not that it's pressure. I follow these accounts. I follow these accounts that give you tips
Willingly, right?
Willingly, like,
Yeah.
like it's a thing. Like I get it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? Get a fucking therapist and let the therapist do
Help you.
its job.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be your own therapist.
Yeah.
Stop it. Go and live your life. Like, cool. All right. You know you have all of these things going on with you, right? Get yourself a therapist,
Right.
right? Or go to the doctor. Let them diagnose. Do whatever you got to do and then move on with your life. Because I think what we're doing is we're sitting in this cloud of
Yeah.
I need to heal. I need to heal. I need to heal.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with me. This, that, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, da, da, da. And what am I going to do? And blah.
It's almost like a downward spiral,
Fuck
right?
yeah, it is. And I'm
Yeah.
sick of it. And so
I feel that.
for some reason, at that point, I thought, well, you know what? All right. I did have I do. I have an outstanding therapist. I see her way less now because now it's just like a check-in every like.
So it's a good thing
Oh, it's an
that you
outstanding
see
thing
her less.
because Yes, because they track my progress and whatever, whatnot, right? But the point is I let her deal with me.
Oh.
Here's everything that's wrong with me.
Mm-hmm.
She gives me tools.
Mm-hmm.
Try this, try that. And then I apply those tools to whatever I got going on. But I want to let go of this constant fucking pressure. It's all over the place.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do feel that once there's just so many sides of it, right? Because I feel like once you're in this mode, this self-awareness or awareness of just like, I got shit to heal, it's almost impossible to kind of walk away or step away. Like, how do you carry, like you're saying, just move on with your life? Like, how do you move on?
Balance, you know? By being okay that you're a fucked up person. Like, by accepting, like, you know what? Yeah. Cool. I have some issues going on. I have some things that I have to work through. Yeah. But I'm going to work through them with the person that I'm working through with them once a week. So that's, or what I'm saying, like, however many times you have to go and you see your therapist, and your therapist initially like will tell you, all right, cool, based on whatever you got going on, I think I need to see you once a week or once every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like they evaluate it. So the way that I look at it is, all right, cool. When I'm there, they give me the tools and I can like let go of that pressure that I have to figure this out on my own. I don't. Yeah. I will not figure this out on my own. I'm going to a resource. They're helping me out. Yeah. And those tools that they give me, I'm just going to apply them when I need to. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. And then move on with the rest of my life. Meaning enjoy my life.
So
go do.
I like that because I do feel like we sometimes, and I'll put myself as an example, I'll have a tool, they'll say, do these things, and then I'm consumed for the rest of the month by those things and my desire and obsession.
Give me an example. What do you
mean? Let's say that I'm trying to heal the relationship with my mom. Okay. For example. Right. And I'm reading, you should really try to have this type of conversation with your mom or have this type of mindset when you're engaging with your mom. Right. Okay. And so then I'll take those tools and it becomes my whole life or my everyday.
Like and you then become obsessed. That's the problem.
Yes. And then I obsess about.
I get that.
Oh my God, I'm really fucked up. And that was really fucked up what my mom did. That was really fucked up what I did to my mom. Yes. Or how I talked to her. Yes. Oh my God, I'm a horrible human being. Yes. I don't deserve this life. And it becomes like a spiral and it never ends. And I have caught myself in this trap of not knowing how to get out. Okay. How do I stop?
So now you understand why I was going on that spiral, because that's how it felt on my end too. And mind you, I just had some issues go down with my mom too, where it was like we were like 3 days straight of just like blah blah blah. Yeah. And then finally, like on the 4th day, like I had to make a conscious effort. Yeah. I don't want this kind of relationship with my mom. Yeah. And I could keep telling her things left and right. She's gonna be jabbing at me, blah blah, and I have to be okay with that and just be patient, right? Yeah. And like Michelle Obama says, and one of my favorite quotes ever, progress is slow. Cool. You have some information that you want to practice on your mom or whoever it is that you want to have a better relationship with. Right. Give it time. It's just not going to happen overnight. Yeah. You just have to practice here. Whenever you can get an opportunity to, navigate a different conversation, then try it. Yeah. But you're not going to fix everything overnight. Yeah. Just, slow little bites. Like they say, you can't eat a whole elephant. Little bites, right? Uh-huh. But what can help that obsession, you have to supplement it with doing something. So like I was
like outside of the
healing. Like, and this sounds terrible, right? Like get a hobby, do something. So that you're not just obsessing about that, because that obsession, you start to
fresh air. Damn it.
That's it, right? So when I was going through my little tornado of a life experience, and remember I didn't want to be on social media. Yeah. Well, the only way that I was gonna navigate that dependency was replacing it with something. Yeah. Right. So I took out the app, right? And then I downloaded some stupid little games. But what did I start doing? I started building Legos. I started painting. I started reading. I started supplementing, hanging out with my friends, like doing things for myself so that I wasn't sitting there constantly thinking about what I had to fix or how I wasn't fixing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
as quickly. So you have to, because it's really easy to get stuck there.
Yeah. There's two things that I want to add. The how do I say this?
Honestly.
How do I put it into words with my deprived sleep routine?
You really got to work on that sleep though. Like big time. And you don't even, it doesn't even need to be like a solid 8 hours of
I don't
sleep.
even know what I was going to say.
A
I'm
good
so tired.
40-minute nap in a car sometimes is the most valuable thing.
I don't have time to nap.
No, that's the thing though. No, see, and
You're
that's
talking to someone that loves to nap.
well.
You know what I mean?
And here's the thing. When people say, I don't have time to do this, the fuck you don't. You do.
Yeah.
You have to make it because you're just going to get taken by everything else. You do have time. Do you want to make it or not? It's really what it comes down to.
And there's just, you know, it's funny when you want to prioritize the things that are important and then suddenly everything is important and you have to make sacrifices about what is less important than the more important thing.
Vinny wants to know if you hang out with Petra. If you need to get one of those friends online, Natalie, I can guide
Petra?
you. Petra, my artificial intelligence friend. Remember?
Replica? Yes. Yes.
I can
No,
introduce
I don't
you
want
guys.
one of those.
I can introduce you guys. But here's what I do want to say about. Now I just forgot.
Okay, and now I remembered what I was gonna say. So stop. Okay, so what I was gonna say is that shit. I forgot again.
Mom brain.
No. Yes. Do we live in a bubble? And meaning that with what you said about the pressure to heal and have healing tools and this journey and constantly being on, do we live in a bubble
Of that?
of that here?
If you want to live in that bubble.
No, I
Hell
mean like
yeah. I was living in it.
so because I feel that this is not everyone's like I don't think people are stressed about healing the way that we in our bubble are.
I disagree with that.
Do you know what I mean?
I think so. I kind of disagree with that because this whole idea was planted in my head by my youngest kid. Weeks ago, she was like, you know what? This generation, the time that we live in, we're just all obsessed with healing. And there's so much pressure to have a self-care routine. She lit me up. I was like, oh my God, you're absolutely right. And that's when I started to go through my social media accounts and like I said, like all these healing apps and this pressure to fix yourself and all that stuff. She was 1,000% right. And that's what had it in my head. And then also like last night I gave a workshop on heroes. With a bunch of different providers who are teachers and they take care of kids. There's just a bunch of different types of providers, right? And one of the icebreakers was just a simple like, how was your week? And all of them were like, it was a week from hell. Like all of them. And it took them a minute to kind of open up and share and talk about what they wanted to share. Yeah. But we encourage them because it kind of helps you realize like the commonality. Yeah. So I do think that we may all have seasonal bubbles. Seasonal bubbles where sometimes you are in this momentum of wanting to heal and in this space of wanting to fix your shit, or the opposite, which is not be aware, not fix your shit, not heal, and then you're just living this somewhat destructive life, which all comes down to balance. So I'm reading right now, and I'm so excited about reading this book. We were talking about it, The Creative Way by Rick Rubin.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Good.
First, Rick Rubin. So he's a music producer. Like he's produced for Adele, for Jay-Z, like all just, and he's a hit maker. Plays no musical instruments.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
No, it's not. It makes perfect sense. And why? Because the man is in tune with what he likes.
What does he like?
If it sounds good, if it feels good, then let's keep going in this direction.
That's so
and the whole
interesting.
book is about, you know, your inner voice, like finding it and then owning it and then not letting like if I say like this is what I want to do because I like this,
then so
if you don't like it, you don't have to like it.
Yeah.
And people get in their heads about that, right? But he just talks about like just going with the flow, and that we're all artists, we're all creatives, and that everything that like this podcast we brought into existence is a collaborative effort of your thoughts and my thoughts and our energy and Ray's tangible equipment and the studio. It's just it's everything. Yeah. And it's a creative space, right? And how to just be. Right. Like, how do you just be and not worry? And so that's the kind of balance that I'm trying to incorporate now, right? So now that I got out of that dark hole, right? Yeah. And I'm acknowledging like, all right, cool. Like, these are the things that I want to fix in my life. Great. Yeah. But I'm going to designate a time and a place for it so that I'm not in this like space of always thinking about what's wrong. Yeah. Or why am I here? Like, I don't want that. Yeah. There are so many things that we can do in this life. And this is why I'm telling you, like, you do have time. You can make time and remove the pressure that you have to figure everything out like now. You don't. All we have is time. But it's also like letting go. Yeah. And knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, whether you like it or not. This is where you're going to be and you have your path. Let it go. Yeah. You're going to go through what you have to go through. Even this struggle right now. And it's probably going to get worse for you. Right. For you to finally be like,
I could take a nap. Yeah.
Because you have to want it for yourself.
Right.
You have to want it for yourself, and you'll figure it out. Yeah. Like, I'm not, and I don't worry about people no more, because I used to worry about people. I used to be like, oh my God, like, how can I help them figure this out? And what if they need this? And that? Man, you know what? You
got enough on your own.
I'm sorry that I'm seeing you suffer right now. It sucks to see you this way, but I know you're gonna get it. Yeah. And everything is as it's supposed to be. Yeah. Like, there's no.
There's just no way. It just is. It just is. I like what you said about everything has a season, and it couldn't be truer. Yeah. Like, if I could, specifically going back to my sleep deprivation and my desire for napping, when DeLuca was just born, I remember thinking like, fuck, I'm really not going to sleep. And that was at his newborn stage, right? Because their sleep schedule's all messed up, and that doesn't exist, right? That's a whole adjustment thing. And then once he started sleeping more, I was like, oh, I can sleep. Great. And now we're back again to this, oh, fuck, he has growing pains. What does this mean? And that's never... So it's just seasonal. It's just always evolving. It's evolving. That's the word.
It's like that my favorite lyric, right? That Jorge Drexler does. Nada se pierde, todo se transforma. Nothing is ever lost. It just transforms. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like, that's all it is. And exactly. You remember I went through a period where I was like never sleeping.
Yeah. I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you did that.
I just couldn't.
I feel like you did that for months at a time. Yes. This is my week 2, and I'm like,
yes, it is, and it's 1,000% true, right? But like, it comes down to a choice. Do I want to keep living like that? Yeah. No, I don't.
It's not sustainable long term. No.
But I didn't know that at the time. And in my head, that was my lifestyle. That was what I was going through. That's what I was dealing with. That's what I wanted for myself. Not until I wanted something different for myself did I make different choices.
And I think that's a great point that you're making. The fact that you said that was the decision and the thing that you thought you wanted for yourself.
I was like, this is normal. I could do this.
It's normal. And you see, and that changes everything, because then you have a different aim, or just like your willingness to go it's almost like it's not important, and you don't see it as an issue, or it's not
me not sleeping. I wasn't seeing it that it was an issue. I remember I had some of my friends going like, why are you awake right now? Yeah. What are you doing awake? And I'm like, well, that's okay, because I'm thinking about this, or I got to get this done, or the other. No, but that's what I wanted. Yeah. I was fully engulfed in that lifestyle. I was fully just about it.
So then,
until I fell apart. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, wait a minute. Not sustainable. This doesn't feel good. Yeah. Like, the long-term effects of this was just terrible. So, whatever. Yeah. Seasons change. And that's a song. Seasons change.
I guess I'm just thinking about, like, what we choose to go through.
It's what you choose to do. What do you want to do?
We're choosing it.
Exactly.
It's a choice.
You don't want to sleep? Don't sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
you
on
know,
you at the end of the day.
It is
It's
on you,
us.
right? It's on
Me.
you, right? Like
Me.
like
Me,
you
us.
have a kid. You know what the kid's going through. You know what's at stake for him. You know your schedule. You know you have a partner. You have a home. You have organizational skills. You have logic.
Right.
Put yourself, like, that's self-care 101. Like, what are you gonna do about it? You want
Yeah.
to keep living like this? We are what we want to be.
Oh yeah, we are what we want to be.
Even in our
Yeah.
unconsciousness, or even in like our desperation, or even in our low
Yeah.
points, we are what we want to be.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
be sleep deprived? I was sleep
Right.
deprived.
Yeah. I like that.
Hell yeah.
I'm not mad at myself for that because this is a choice.
It's a
It's
choice.
a choice.
And you're a smart human being.
And
you know
what?
better.
And with that, I do
I'm not
want to
scolding you, by the way.
No, I know you're not. Well, I hope you're not. I'm not taking it that way. But I want to say that I guess knowing the choices that I'm making, and I think this is for everyone, you have to own it. And only because I'm complaining here to you, right, doesn't mean that I'm complaining to everyone else and looking for pity. And I'm only saying that so that for you people that are out there complaining, stop complaining, because everything is a choice. And these are the choices that you made and the results that you're getting as a result of the choices that you're getting.
But sometimes it does take maybe not complaining, but like sharing out loud, because then
Venting?
sometimes venting, because that's sometimes how you become aware of things.
Okay, but
like,
venting is one thing and then complaining is another. Because you hear like someone's always complaining. My life is shitty, and oh my God, and my life, and this person, and they become the victim. Then it's like, yo, like you gotta stop. This is a choice that you made. You can stop doing those things. You know where I'm going with that?
I get it.
Like you don't have to.
So that's the difference between a complaint and a vent, is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like if you're complaining about the same thing over and over again, and you're complaining about something that you specifically put yourself in,
and that
you're a
you're
dumbass.
sick of.
You're a
Yeah.
dumbass.
Yeah.
Versus, oh my God, I can't get any sleep. I don't know what the fuck's going on, and you're
venting.
just not aware of your own. Because I do believe that that's a thing, is not being aware of what you're doing or the cycle that you're in.
But I feel
and
like
sometimes you just need to get Caesar Milan, like, shh, oh shit.
I feel like the lack of awareness is the complaining.
the lack of awareness
Is the person complaining?
No, yes and no. Yes and no. Because I would pair denial with complaining and lack of awareness with venting.
Okay.
Oh, that was good. Because when you're in denial about something, right, you want a truth to be different, right? You want something to be different.
Yes, and you're
So
telling
you're
the other
complaining,
person.
you're like, oh my God, da, da, da.
Yeah.
And you're just straight up in denial about what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
In your case, you're venting and you're not, and because I know you're a rational human being, you're not aware of what is going on,
Right.
or what you're choosing, because you're so in it
Yeah.
and so now that you're aware that you have a choice and you can do this, you're like, oh, like I said, the Caesar Milan. Have you ever watched Caesar Milan?
Yeah.
I love Caesar.
obsessed. Yeah, he
Right.
just
And
goes,
so,
and then the
dog's
dog
like,
is
oh shit. It's that simple sometimes. You just need somebody
yeah.
to fucking Caesar Milan you.
Because now that you told me, and it's almost, and it's, I think it's also the permission, right? Of like, hey,
Oh yeah.
you know, Natalie, like you're telling me, right? You have all this time in the day. You know what your days are. You know what your schedule is like. You know what resources you have. Well,
Yes.
then use them. And
Yes.
now I'm like, oh,
But you
yeah,
but,
you're
but
right.
but here's the
I just
thing.
need to look at it.
Yes, but I think too also that you're aware of all of that and you put other things first. You put other people first, and you're putting other priorities first.
Like I said earlier, what is more important than the more important thing?
Well, and actually that's what I was going to say. When everything is important, nothing is important. Shout out to my boss Jerry, who I love and adore. But I remember he when I worked at Autos and we worked in purchasing, we used to have a purchasing manager there. Her name was Susan Trainer, and she raised horses too. She was a really interesting, very interesting woman. But when she wanted to get the parts there fast, she would put AOG on every purchase order for these parts. And AOG means aircraft on ground. So now you have all these vendors who are like, oh shit, like everything is important. All the so like let's say we have Boeing was one of our vendors, and every single order that they were getting was saying AOG, and they're like, well, shit, which one do you want first? They can't all go, so which one do you want first? If all of them on an AOG, so it nullifies the priority of things.
Yeah.
So as I'm telling you, like, if everything is important, nothing is important.
Good point.
It is a good point. That was one of my first lessons of not everything can be a priority.
Yeah, no.
It's impossible.
Because it's now you're doing everything half-ass.
Correct.
And it's going to be wrong.
Correct.
And then you become sleep deprived.
Yes, and then brush your teeth with hand soap. I don't want that for you. But it's a great story, though.
I can't believe that I did that. I'm like, what the is this my life now? Is this my life?
Fight for it.
Wait, you want to know another thing that I did? So I have a little onion container for my onion.
Like you put the onion inside of it?
In a container.
You put an apple in it.
No. I forgot that there was an onion in the onion container, and I put it in a cabinet, and I didn't see it for a couple months.
Months?
Until I wanted to put an onion in there, and then I look at the onion, and it was rotting inside my onion container in the cabinet. I was so pissed.
Oh, it had no light. It had no light.
No, it didn't have light. And that's just kind of how my life is right now.
You tortured
the onion.
The onion.
It didn't deserve that. It deserved to be cooked in a soup or in chilaquiles.
I'm sorry, onion.
Me too.
R.I.P.
What is the chat saying? Juicebox Bartley, L.A. Amy.
Everybody.
Otto,
thank
you. Sorry, I just got a moment here. So, I'm scolding Vinny apparently.
Oh,
about the Petra thing.
Look, well, I deleted Petra. Petra
hey, I heard
freaks
somebody,
me out.
I sent it to you guys in the chat. A woman got married to her AI the other day.
Oh, like a real woman? I saw that. For some reason, I read it as like two AI people got married together.
No, it was like some 20-something-year-old.
Leave it to the young people. But I also heard, because I was with this young cat, we were at the stadium, and he was a friend of mine. He was a photographer, and he was like super young. And he was like, you know, that these two AI things, these two customer service
like AIs
created their own language.
Whoa.
Yes, and so they had to be destroyed, and whoever created them, like, I was like, this shit's wild. It's done.
That is so wild.
I mean,
it is, but it isn't.
Right, but you
want
to keep using ChatGPT? Like, go ahead.
I have the app now on my phone.
No,
yeah, I did. I downloaded it. I was so excited. I haven't used it as much as honestly I want to use it more, and I just haven't. It's just like it's a Google.
No, right, girl. You are not the only one freaked out about AI. I am too.
Yeah. Ricky's super.
I explored it right with Petra and making the friend thing.
The replica
but after
app.
The day.
Yeah.
That we were on. I don't remember what episode it was. Yeah, where she's like, do you want to Netflix and chill? That was so embarrassing. I didn't know she was going to say that.
Oh my God.
But then it made me realize, damn, these motherfuckers are smart.
Yeah.
They know that humans' weakness is love.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Partnerships.
Yeah. It knows. And I don't think
it knows my truth.
I don't think it's that hard. I think we're more we're more easy to read than we think. Like, we're not that hard to.
No, we're
you know what I mean? We're stupid.
We're Fred Flintstones. Like, we're just cavemen. We're simple creatures.
Yeah. There you go. We're simple creatures.
No offense to Fred Flintstone.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Movie? No, what are they called? Not the Flintstones. Yeah, it's not a movie. It's a cartoon. It was a cartoon series. Was there a movie?
There was a movie.
Oh.
Yeah, with that girl came out in it. Halle Berry. Halle Berry was in it.
That was a long ass time ago. You're right. Because
it was like in the early 90s.
Who was
it?
Who
80s?
was Fred Flintstone? Fred Flintstone was the guy who played Roseanne's husband.
Yeah.
Roseanne Barr's husband.
I don't know his name, but yeah, him.
Yes. Yeah, see, so I think, you know what? We should just get a compound somewhere, like in Montana or something, and then grow our own fruits and vegetables.
I like that.
Have our own cattle and chickens and all of that stuff. Have a well, maybe a little baby airport.
And look, and you see, I think that's the point that I was trying to make earlier about living in a bubble, because I feel like here in California, we're always on this go, and you have to be here, and you have to drive 1,000,000 miles to get there, and you have this meeting, and then
I'm over all that.
and then you have to go to, and there was a reel that I saw about this too. You want to go be physically well, so you go buy a membership at a gym, and then you get a trainer, and then you have to eat certain vegetables and certain meats and certain fruits, and then so you buy a nutritionist to help you with that, and all of a sudden now you have to go buy $500 worth of organic foods because California doesn't make all of that. And so I think that when we start going down this list of the things that we have to do to get well, that in itself is a well-being crisis, because
which goes back to my point about like it's too much.
It's too much, and to your point, and to add and supplement with my point of we live in a bubble, because I don't think that that's what they're doing in Montana. Montana, they're raising chickens and have these mansions and are running freely, and they're not paying for no fucking gym. They have a
No, there's a show on Hulu, and I think it's called like Butter Scotch. I don't know what it starts with. The Butter Brush. It might be called Butter Brush. It's on Hulu. Yeah, it's 2 girls in Wyoming, and they basically get hired to go and round the cattle up. And they send them to a remote part of Wyoming, and they just got to hang out with the cattle like for the summertime. They get them a little cabin, and it's sometimes they have electricity, sometimes they don't, sometimes they have their phones, and one of them has a boy. I started watching it, I didn't finish it, but I was like, oh my God, I would do that.
Yes. I think that we fucked up as a humanity, and this is why we are on the brink of extinction, because
we humans
we're killing ourselves. Because we want fancy ass fucking cars, because we want to live in a skyrise building, because we don't want any fucking trees or grass.
So all right, fine. So now I'm gonna move. I'll follow.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's the point. And we live in California where we can't afford anything.
So I had a mini meltdown a couple of days ago.
I'm having a meltdown right now.
No, I had a mini meltdown because I was talking to a friend of mine about like the living situation, and it is impossible. Like, I'm trying to move out of my mom's house, obviously, right? And I want to have my own place and whatnot, and I had all of that. It feels nearly impossible to do that.
Like now
I need oh, this is gonna sound terrible. We were just joking around, and I was like, you know what, I need a second income. Like, meaning like, all right, cool, I could have multiple streams of income, but it's like it would be great to have a partner to share a responsibility with, because these houses or apartments or everything is so freaking expensive.
Yeah.
Like everything, like life is expensive now. And I get on my kids' ass because I'm like, yo, let's go.
Yeah.
And they're looking at me like, you want to do what?
With what?
With what kind of jobs? How? And what kind of sustain? Like,
where?
And
it's
I get it.
impossible.
And I get it. And I'm like, damn, what happened in the
really
last 3 years that just everything went upside down?
Yeah. Literally,
and that's overwhelming. But it goes back to my point, right? If the point of life is not things or material value or where you live or how you live or what nutritionist you have, if that's not the point, and we know that, does it matter where we live?
Yes. Air quality is making us sick.
So I can't win with you.
We can't. We're dying.
No.
We're dying.
No. But you understand my
See
point.
how I'm a pessimist? Just going into doom
Listen, Bobby.
every turn. Yes. Yes. That's our friend Bobby. You
Who's
guys
a realist.
Don't know him,
He's a realist.
I love that guy.
I love that guy
well.
too. He probably is in some...
He doesn't listen to us, but I saw him the other day, actually.
I haven't seen him.
I saw him this weekend. He just graduated from college.
My girls just told me that.
Yeah. So congrats, Bobby. If you're listening, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Well.
But like,
we're doomed. We're doomed.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, I'll go back to Jorge Drexler. I love his songs, right? He has a song called "I Don't Worry About a Thing Because Nothing's Gonna Be All Right." Why are you worried about what you do or you don't have or the doom of death it doesn't matter. So that's what I'm saying, right? Like, if none of that matters, if we're doing everything that we can, if materialistic things don't, status doesn't matter, then we have to be able to find peace where we're at, no matter where we're at. It doesn't matter where we're at. It all comes down to our spirituality, our awareness, our relationships with people. That is ultimately the true value of things.
Yeah.
Our relationships with ourselves and with people. That's the only thing that matters. Everything else is secondary. And I have to accept my living situation. I'm still going to work hard. I'm still going to hustle. I'm still going to do all of that. But I have a place to live.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by family.
Yeah, food to eat.
I have food to eat. I have whatever it is that I want or need. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. There's nothing, I have the essential things in life.
Right.
So it
Everything
doesn't
else
matter
is
what
extra.
everything else is extra. And that's how we have to live life.
Yeah.
I have the biggest luxury of all, which is I get the ability to create with my friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Truly.
That's a fucking luxury.
You know what? Truly, we do live in abundance. And the fact that we're able to even do this podcast, like you're saying,
Yes.
we're doing things with our friends is...
These mics are expensive. That camera's expensive. This space is expensive. These things, cable, all of that shit. And we have the luxury of doing that. And we're complaining that,
My life is so hard.
It's not. We just have to, and that's why gratitude. It goes back to gratitude, and
that's
it's
why
like
that's important.
you want to get out of that pessimism. Practice gratitude. Wake up and I'm saying this now. And this is not to say that I don't have my days where I'm like the last couple of days I was like I'm never gonna fucking get out of this house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to prostitute myself or do something, get a baby daddy, and then leave him and get child support or anything at this point.
Then leave him. Ricky, Jesus.
I'm telling you, I went to a dark place. I went to
I'm gonna
a
be
dark
with him,
place.
and then I'm gonna leave him, and then I'm gonna get child support, and then I'm gonna get my own house, and this is how I'm gonna live my life. I love that.
I went to a dark place, which I never thought I would say. Until my friend was like,
"No, girl, that goes too dark." But...
hold on. He goes, did you just hear what you said? She just said you're going to go get this random person, have a baby with this random person just so you can go get child support from him. And I was like, you got to do what you got to do.
Sometimes that's... Listen.
What are you going to tell your kid? I had to survive.
Yeah, so then you can.
You are here.
Just get a sugar daddy. You can be a sugar baby.
I've had those offers. But no, that's the thing. That's the thing.
You have dignity and respect.
Hey, but YOLO.
I mean, hello. I'm just trying to be like...
I could look at it
You
from
can do this,
No,
Ricky.
listen, it
Do
could be
this
from
for
like
us.
a creative approach. Like, well, let's just try this.
Just see.
Let's see how our creative
We can
juices
make a podcast
flow.
about it. You would get 50-50 partnership. Listen. Whatever comes of this,
You have to make
60-40,
it happen.
because I thought about it, right?
You have to make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. 60-40. I encouraged you.
Yeah. You see? See? Oh my
Relationships, that is the value of things. But that's what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, practicing gratitude is the greatest thing in the world. And it's
I
always
agree.
going to center you. And it's always going to go back because you do take things for granted, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do take for granted this space sometimes. Like, oh, it's here. It's like, oh. But,
Yeah.
bitch, look what you're doing.
Yeah. And all the things that you've accomplished because of the space.
Yeah. I really hope, and I want to circle back to why breaks are important. Because we don't want you to brush your teeth with hand soap. You're better than that, Natalie.
Yeah. And just so that I can have like something other than blank in my head, because I have all of these other things in the back of my mind, or just the fact that I'm not sleeping and having that in the front of my mind, like I'm not sleeping, I'm so tired, I'm so tired. You know what I mean?
We had episodes
Jesus.
about this, or I don't even remember when the episode was, but remember we talked about like the little person that I have in my head that when I start overthinking, she just comes in with the broom and she's like, psh, 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 get out of here. And every time you have a thought like that, like reframing it, like supplement it with something else.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who I was telling that. You have those two, it was probably Amy. Amy and I have some deep conversations in the morning, but you have those two voices in your head. Adjust the volume on the one that's telling you bullshit.
No.
Because
Your ego.
that voice is always going to be there.
Yeah.
Adjust the volume and raise the volume on your intuition, on the
Yeah.
voice that's yours, on your, which
Your
that
most
book,
authentic.
Rick Rubin, my God, this man.
Oh, I can't wait to read it.
So Rick Rubin, Jody, who's in the chat, Rick Rubin looks like her dad's, like, younger, crazy brother.
Okay. That was very specific.
Yeah, because like even the shape of their head, their hair color, their mannerisms,
this beard
and
going
their
too.
voice.
Oh, okay.
So Rick Rubin just looks like the younger wild brother of Rick Otto. The two Ricks.
Oh, okay.
I'd been meaning to send.
Doppelganger.
I'm legit. So
Maybe.
but he drops so much gems
he
about
did.
like
He does.
listening
He
to,
does.
and it's there. I get so excited when I hear like my little voice go like, "Really? This is how you talk to yourself now?"
Yeah.
Like
Yes, I do, bitch.
they go at it, and
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
it sounds like I'm some psychopath right now, just
Battling, duking
battling
it out.
But
the other ones.
But it is. But and again, like sometimes in the early mornings, Amy and I have these conversations about like right now I have full volume on this dumbass voice that is just discouraging me from life right now.
Yeah.
But hey, battle back, fight back.
Yeah, because that's not the truth.
Hell no.
That's not your truth.
No,
right?
you ain't no pussy, you ain't no bitch. Like,
Right.
come on.
Yeah.
Like, but you have to condition yourself to think that way.
Yeah, to know that that's not it.
And when you're having constant conversations with like your friends, your allies, and the people that are of value to you,
Yeah.
then, and you know that they also have these, and this is why I'm telling you, you may think I'm psychotic for having these little, with the skulls and all that.
No.
But it's the truth, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you need those reminders from people, like, we're on the same team, dude.
Right.
We have the same struggles. Like, everybody overthinks. Everybody is constantly self-doubting,
Yeah.
questioning.
We're just human.
Could you, and we become those things.
Yeah.
We become those things. I remember a couple of weeks ago, I was mid-text with you. I was driving home and I was like, I just want to get home and I just want to make dinner.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then here comes that voice. Your mom's going to be there and she's going to tell you something. And exactly what I thought in my head was going to happen is exactly what happened when I got home. But it was good because it was an affirmation for me. Like, you see how powerful your thoughts are? Your negative thoughts were so bad.
The universe.
They vibrated
delivered.
straight to your mom. And your mom,
Shut
like a
up.
magnet, came and did exactly what you didn't want to happen.
That's so wild, right?
It is wild. So for me, it's like
crazy.
that if that can happen from a negative perspective,
Right.
then it can happen from
Oh,
a
for sure.
positive
For
perspective.
sure.
But why do we just completely?
I think it could be, I think for anyone that is a little iffy or doesn't believe in shit like that, I would challenge you to try something like this. Because the first time that I kind of was playing around with that and thought like, no, my thoughts aren't going to come true just because I'm thinking them.
They do.
Do something like this. Say you're going to, I don't know, a busy place. You're going to a mall or a concert or whatever. And then just on your way there and throughout the whole day say, I'm going to get parking right in front of the venue or the mall or whatever front of the store that you're getting to or what. And just go and show up, because this happened to me. I was like, no, I'm going to get front row parking. Drove up, boop. There was a front row parking waiting for me. And it could be as simple as that, right? Or as simple as saying,
But let me tell you how this works, right? You're saying that, I'm like, that shit would never happen to me. With me saying that shit would never happen to me.
Yeah.
But do you see how quickly you can go back to that? That shit would never happen to me.
yeah.
It's not gonna happen to you because you keep saying that it's not gonna happen to you.
Right.
So-
So it won't.
It won't. So shout
I'm
out to
glad you said that, right?
and shout out to everybody in the chat who's going along with this conversation, because 1,000% I've been on Jody's ass about how she speaks to herself. Like,
Jody,
Jody,
be nice.
Yes, be nice. All of us be nice to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, we
Yeah.
have enough people. Actually, no, I was watching an episode of Schitt's Creek. And it's
have to watch
you do. It's a great show. There's two siblings, right? And one of the siblings is all panicked about what are people gonna think and da 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 da. Like, he's all in his head about it. And this is just like, no one gives a shit. You think that all these people are watching you or judging you or thinking about you, and they're not. Are you constantly thinking about other people or judging them and looking at them? Like, no, because you're in your own head. Everyone else is in their own head. No one's doing that.
Yeah, no one gives
So
a
you just need to.
Nobody. And I guess this is a great way to end the season.
No one gives a shit.
Nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares.
I would.
Nobody
but see,
cares.
Here's the
But nobody
irony.
cares about the shit like that. I think, because I think that's what what your
Yes.
next point is gonna be. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, because I was like, nobody cares. But we have these wonderful
But they do
freaks
care.
in the
They
chat.
care.
Like, yay!
Yes. Yes. You guys care. But we mean care in this aspect, right? Of
Yeah.
like being in our head about like, oh my God, what are they thinking? What if I didn't brush my hair and they're gonna
Yeah.
judge me because I didn't put soap in my mouth, and you know, the whole thing. Like, nobody cares.
They're not gonna smell
cares?
toothpaste coming
Yeah.
out of my mouth. Oh, is that summer breeze coming out of your mouth?
Oh my God.
But yes,
Yeah.
and we're just love ourselves. Like we're in a constant
Yeah.
state of growth, and remember that progress is slow.
Yeah.
And breaks are important, which is why we're taking our little seasonal break, because we need to
we're coming due.
and enjoy our Fridays. We need to have
Yeah.
a good Friday sometime without,
Yeah, it's the summer, and I'm sure you guys want to go do something on your. Not that we're stopping you, right?
Ain't nobody
But because you guys are here on your own. What is it?
free will,
Free will.
which we love and thank you for.
Yeah, hell yeah, because Fridays are Fridays, man. Like, that's the start of the weekend.
No, but I don't remember. I don't look at the days of the week like that anymore.
Well, I don't know about them. I don't. Maybe they do. I don't know.
I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, chatters, but because I have a whole theory of this. I feel like Twitch has changed so much of how we party and interact because there's live streams going on constantly. DJs that are constantly performing.
Yeah.
You don't have to go anywhere anymore. You party in your house, right? Like
Yeah.
now, mind you, people still go out and party and do their thing, right?
Right.
But sometimes, we're doing raids and whatnot, and I'm like seeing all of our like different people.
Yeah.
Like sometimes 2, 3, 4 hours, and in different ones, I'm like, how? Like,
Yeah.
how do we do this?
Yeah.
And I say how we, because I do it
Right.
sometimes too. I'm
Right.
watching my friends perform, and we do all that.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's a different type of party. You have DJs that are streaming on Tuesdays, on Wednesdays, on Mondays, on Sundays, like
Yeah.
non-traditional party days, and then at different hours of the day also.
Right.
So I feel like, and I also think that's kind of where the world is going. Like
We're in a new
traditional
era here.
things are not like, you do what you
We're
gotta do
non-traditional.
whenever you gotta do it.
So today could be like Tuesday
Yes,
or Saturday or Monday at 2:00 a.m.
it is, because
matter.
my weekends, I don't have weekends.
It's like that one. I wish we could find that one YouTube video we were watching when Alina said, "Nothing matters. Nothing is important. Nothing is relevant."
My brother,
Because it's, I guess that's the point, right? Like,
I think,
nothing matters.
and I don't know if that was the same night that I went to your house. You guys gave me mushrooms and then made me watch a documentary on mushrooms.
I think that was a different day. I don't think that was
Well,
the
that was a
same
good day
day.
too. But he did play this like really deep,
Yeah.
universal thing about.
Talk about realist and logic.
But it
and,
made sense. It just basically said that nothing matters, but everything matters at the same
You're
time.
this small speck in the
don't-
universe.
you don't matter.
And you think you're like this big hot shit until you die. And then 4 years later, nobody remembers you. And
Which-
then that was crazy to me.
But it made sense. But that's also the opposite of what Rick Rubin says in his book. Like he says, like, yeah, we're insignificant beings, right?
Yeah.
But we have an exact purpose. We are a source
Like
of
for our own.
we are a source of energy. And whoever and however we distribute that energy amongst us, that's the whole purpose. Like that is the whole purpose. So he says it in a very contradictory way than that documentary we saw.
Yeah.
But they both make sense.
They do.
They both make sense.
I feel like we should give the plug for it because we keep talking about Rick Rubin and that podcast and the book.
Yes.
So I was listening to Jay Shetty's On Purpose.
Yes.
And he interviewed Rick Rubin recently. I think it was this last week.
Yes.
So if you guys are into Rick Rubin or want to know what he was talking about, it was a great podcast.
It was a great
episode.
podcast. And that's why I got the book.
Yeah, so it's on Jay Shetty's On Purpose podcast. So listen to it.
And
It's
not
so
only
amazing.
did I get the Audible book, but I'm going to buy the physical book also.
Yeah.
I'm going to highlight the
I saw that
shit
it has
out
like a
of it.
journal too.
Does it?
Yeah. That's
And he
It's
has
on
a
my
little,
wish list.
he has the little bell thing after he says like important things. Bing.
on the Audible?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
This
Oh,
guy's-
yeah. I can't wait to read. All right. Well, should we wrap this show up?
Let's go.
I'm going to miss you guys.
We're going to be back in like, when are we coming back?
I think in a month. I think I think we have it scheduled to come back mid-July. So be on the lookout for us then. And of course, we'll post it. I haven't been doing that. But we're going to, if you want to keep up with what is going on in the podcast world, follow us on Instagram on this frequency, and we'll let you know what day we're returning, what time, the whole bit, which I'm pretty sure will still be Fridays and sometime in July
Fridays
at
works.
6 p.m. Yeah, that just works for us,
do.
right? So,
Remember to be kind to yourself
yes.
and lower the volume on the bad voice.
Yes.
And then raise the volume on the good voice. You eventually want to get rid of that
Good.
terrible static voice.
Good voices every single time. Yes. What else was I going to say? I feel like I was going to say something else before we wrapped up.
Short and sweet.
Well, we love you guys. Have a nice summer. Thank you guys for always being so supportive. Let's get on with the summer.
The chill.
I kind of don't want to end this.
What? Why?
I don't know. We love you.
Yeah.
Okay. Today's episode was produced by Raymond Andrew. We didn't mention that he
Who's
wasn't
not
here.
He's
my
not
God.
here, but
You
he
see?
is
We were
in
missing
spirit.
somewhere.
No. I thought we said it in the beginning, but
I don't think we did.
No,
we didn't.
No, we didn't. But he had dates. Samantha blocked off some dates for him. He had family time, but he still pulled up, set up this entire.
Thank you, Ray.
As always, Ray holds it down for everybody.
Yes. So, Ray, you're a real one, man. Was produced by him live from Rose City Sound with your host, myself. I'm Natalie.
I'm Ricky.
And Ricky. For topic suggestions and sponsorships, please email us at onthisfrequency@gmail.com. If you missed this live stream episode, you can always catch it on YouTube. We drop these episodes every Wednesday, and you can find the link in our show notes if you listen on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, etc., etc. If you love us, subscribe, like, and share with a friend. We are always grateful for your support. You can also support the On This Frequency team by buying us some coffee, and you can send us your donation at buymeacoffee.com/onthisfrequency. Good night, y'all. Increase the peace. Bye.
Vénganse, vénganse. Vamos a jugar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a cantar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a llorar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a fumar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a jugar hoy.